Hi, it's Pam from Ben McFuzzylugs here. So today is another one of our March Madness one dog training video a day for the month of March. And today I wanted to talk to you about how to get the best recall on your dog ever. So if you like videos like this, please like, comment and share, and don't forget to come back tomorrow for some more dog training tips. And I also do needle felting tutorials every Thursday and tips for growing your Etsy shop on a Monday. Okay, so recall is one of the most important things you can teach your dog, and it is also one of the things that is most commonly messed up in teaching your dog. All too often people just call and call and call when their dog has no intention of coming back, and basically your recall word starts to just become background noise for the dog. So I just wanted to talk to you about a fab method that gets a really enthusiastic recall every time. So the first thing I'm going to say is, if you already have a recall that's not really working all that well, for this new one, we're going to just use a totally different word. Or if possible, what I do with this is I use this as my whistle recall, so I'm going to train this to the whistle. But if you don't want to go out with a whistle all the time, then just think of a completely different word. If your recall is Benji come or something, then here, come here, anything that's just different, but anything you can say in a sing-song voice as well. I prefer a few syllables or something. It's really good if you can say something like here, here, here. That's more stimulating for the dog than just going Benji, come. That's quite boring. Okay, so the theory behind this is simply, if you've looked, dogs like chasing. They love chasing. They love chase games. If your dog's playing with another dog, they'll either probably wrestle or chase. It's their favourite things to do in the whole world. So we're going to take that, and we're also going to take our knowledge that dogs learn words by us pairing the word with the action they're doing. So if you're using your recall word while your dog's ignoring you, then you're teaching him that your recall word is to be ignored. So all we're going to do for this recall is start in a safe, secure, not too distracting place where your dog's paying attention to you, and take a couple of little treats, and just as you're about to let the dog off the lead, pop these treats. You scatter a couple of treats on the floor, release the dog from the lead, and then he should look down and start eating those treats. While he's doing that, I want you to run away as fast as you can. And so when the dog finishes these treats, and it's only a couple, so it should only take a second or two, he looks up and he sees you running away as fast as you can. And his instinct is going to be to chase you, because that's a fantastic fun thing to do. So as he's coming towards you, just before he reaches you, drop a couple more treats down on the ground. You can stop running for a second, drop a couple of treats down on the ground. When his nose goes down to eat them, run away again. This repeats the process. When he looks up, you're running away, he starts chasing you. Play this for as long as your fitness can manage. Your dog's probably a whole lot fitter than you, so do this 2 or 3 times until your dog understands this is a great game. And practice this maybe a couple of times a day until you're absolutely sure that your dog is going to run towards you at full pelt. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add our recall word in when we're sure that they're definitely running back at full pelt. So just doing what you were doing before. You drop a couple of treats on the ground, you run away, and then when you see your dog's just starting to charge towards you, you shout your recall word, or you blow your whistle, or whatever you're wanting to be the thing, and you carry on with the game. So the steps are drop some treats on the ground, run away while the dog's eating the treats, while keeping an eye on him. So when you see his head's coming up and he's starting to chase after you, blow the whistle or call the word, keep running. When he's just about reaching you, drop a couple more treats, run away again. When his head comes up, do the recall cue, blow the whistle, whatever. Just make it a great fun game. Do it a few times, not so much that your dog's bored or distracted, just keep it a high pace, great fun game, and then stop. And again, do this a couple of times a day for a couple of days. Do not, while you're practicing this, do not use your recall cue or your whistle or whatever else. This new one that you're practicing, do not use it at all at any other time. It's only for this game. You can use your old recall word, it doesn't matter. And you might find this works a bit better anyway because you're more interesting. So when you call your dog, he's like, oh, we might be having a fun game. But it doesn't matter. Use whatever you used before. Forget about this new word apart from when you play in the game. So now if you've been doing this for about 4 or 5 days, the dog understands there's a fantastically fun game happening and is hopefully starting to pair this word with running towards you. So what I want you to do, when you're out and about and your dog's not at the point where he's distracted by anything, he's just pottering about, I want you to try your recall word. If nothing happens at all, go back to the last stage. You're going to start playing this game a few more times for a few more days. If your dog's head comes up, then I want you to run away as fast as you can, get him chasing you, and start the game again. So now your process is going to be when the dog's not distracted but not attached to your side, he's just pottering about, you're going to blow the whistle or use the call, and if he pays attention to you, you're going to run like anything, get him running towards you, drop some more treats, drop some treats, run away, call the recall thing, do that 3 or 4 times, and practice this game, this new sequence of events. Practice this for a couple of days, a few times a day for a couple of days, and then he's going to start to really get an idea what this call means. The most important thing here is you're only using this recall cue when you're playing the game, not at the other times. We do not want this cue to be poisoned. And the same, don't even tell the other members of the family what this cue is yet. So now when he's reliably every time starting to come towards you when you use this call, when he's not distracted, we just want to up the levels of distraction a little bit at a time. So you're going to start for a couple of times, maybe when his back's turned to you or he's having a slight sniff at something but he's not totally blocking out focus, then you call, and then you'd add maybe when he's slightly walking away from you. Just think of his levels of distraction and build them up a little bit at a time. So not going straight to when he's running full pelt to go and play with another dog or when he's chasing a cat or something. Build up slowly to that. And remember, if at any point you fail, if you call him and he doesn't come, then go back a couple of steps in the distraction level and practice that for a couple of days before you go on to the next level of distraction. This is a super emergency recall for life. So the longer you take nice and slowly steps to build up to get a perfect recall, then the better. Everything you do needs to be practiced a number of times before it's perfection. So take your time, and what you're going to have is a recall that when the dog hears the word or the whistle or whatever, he stops everything and he runs back to you at full speed because you've trained it at full speed. You've trained it with him chasing you. Now, because we're humans, you're going to mess up sometimes and maybe call him at a level of distraction he wasn't ready for. But what might happen, you've called him when he's chasing the squirrel when you shouldn't have done that, but he's actually comes back and you're totally surprised. Then completely jackpot that, play with him, make the game great, give him tons of treats, let him know he's a total superstar because he did something great. And don't push it, go back a couple of levels for the next couple of times. Still build up slowly, but just say to yourself, fantastic, you got away with something. If he doesn't come back, don't punish him. Because the thing is, we're wanting to teach him that when you use this word, it's fantastically fun to be around you. So there's no point in using the word and then if he doesn't do what you want, going up to him or getting him back to you, however, and punishing him, because then he's going to learn that bad things happen around you. So just always make this fun. If he doesn't come back, it's because you've made the level too difficult or you've not played the game enough and it's not totally in his head yet. So just go back, make it easier, play the game, play the game, play the game. And this does give you a fantastic super fast recall. Okay, I hope this helps. As I say, recall's one of the most important things, so it's worth putting the effort in to get this perfect. And come back tomorrow, let's see what we can come up with. Thank you very much.